superstar, yo, big homies, with a young thought and a foreign car. On your block, you a nobody. My neighborhood, I'm a superstar. Trick, I'm a superstar. Trick, superstar. Trick, I'm a superstar.
All right. We are here. Happy Thursday, everybody. This is Jay and the crew with my girl, that girl, Olivia.
Hey there.
All right, and we are going to get it cracking today. It is 8 o'clock. It's that time for Jay and the crew here on Intellectual Radio. You can call in. Oh, that girl, Olivia, what is it?
It's 708-223-8953. Again, that is 708-223-8953. I know for sure you guys are going to want to pick up the phone and call us tonight because our show is going to be super dope.
Lit.
And I know that you're not used to me sitting way down here, but hopefully you can still see me. But anywho, now we got some good company.
We got good company.
Yeah, so tonight we got Uncle Beats in the building.
Hey.
Oh, look at him trying to sound like me, y'all, already. Like, what?
Still in the show. We're
not going to have that.
So how was your weekend?
My weekend was fantastic, actually. It was really, really good.
What you do?
The same thing I do every week. And another event, roll out my red carpet every time I can get an opportunity. I covered Carly's birthday party. Of course, the radio show, 92.3.
92.3.
Boy Floyd had a party this weekend. He had a...
You're a party animal, man.
It's not partying, it's working. It's working.
Get it right.
It's working. Roll out that red carpet, that's work. Okay?
Yeah, right.
How about you? How was your weekend?
My weekend was good, The Bears finally won after 4 straight losses.
I'm trying to say you guys' team.
Hey, just because your team just finally started winning, don't try to do that to my team.
I'm just saying. This time there wasn't that many fumbles. The balls wasn't dropping.
Well, they lost. Finally. They finally lost. 49ers did, Well, anyway, so what
How was your guys this weekend?
It's gonna cut.
We were studio bound.
Sorry.
Weekend, I can't remember back that far. I done slept with 3-4 people's girlfriends.
Oh, man.
I can't remember that.
Oh man!
Ask me about the weekend coming up. What's
going on?
In the studio, right?
We was in the studio.
What y'all got some new coming out, huh?
Yeah, we got a bunch of new stuff coming out. Me and Uncle Beach, you know what I'm saying? We got a movie that we're working on. They writing the script right now, so it's Return of the Robbers, the movie.
Return of the Robbers.
Yeah, the Robbers. You know what I'm saying? You know me, if you know me. 3-6 Mafia, Country Black, the bad boy at the group. You know what I'm saying? Rob, Steele, Marvin, Kill. You know what I'm talking about? But meeting Uncle Beast, you know what I'm saying? Little things still change. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Staying focused to the rap, you know what I'm saying? Not doing all the extra stuff. So the movie is based on me being from Memphis, him being from Chicago. We both he was selling drugs. I was robbing. I ended up coming down here to hook up with some people that he knew that to buy some drugs that he thought I was gonna buy, but I was actually gonna rob his folks. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow!
Wow, what a movie!
Yeah, and he was all with it, and we ended up going to jail. But it was as we was kids.
Right.
When this happened, as kids, we went to jail, got out of jail, and ended up focusing more on the music business. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, almost like a janky promoters type movie.
Well.
But they're not janky.
Not a janky promoter, because janky promoter, that was somebody booking shows and didn't have the money.
Right.
But
that's straight streets.
Yeah, it's straight hood, straight streets.
Well, I'm excited to see
so that means that I can be a cop.
Yeah, you look like somebody, cop.
I look like a snitch.
Yeah, you look like
I look like a snitch.
I look like I'm a run for check.
No, but I'm glad to hear about this movie, man. I can't wait to see it. But Olivia, check this out. Last week, we talked about American Son.
I know.
Have you seen that movie?
Yes.
So American Son, we talked about American Son. They talked about movies. We talked about American Son. You know what I had to say about it. Being from Inglewood, growing up in Inglewood, and having dealt with a lot of things, jump out boys, police doing things to me, pulling me off the porch, doing all those things to me when I was growing up.
Be the police.
Hey man,
in the movie, you want to be the police.
I just want to do something.
No, we got something for you, but I'm just saying, if you're used to getting snatched on,
And not to cut you off, I frequent the Inglewood area. I'm from Inglewood.
You from Inglewood? Okay.
Yeah.
I got a fellow Inglewood person in here.
Yeah, you know,
But
55th Street.
oh, okay.
You know, but we claim 57s. You know, that's a little different stuff. I ain't gonna
We'll
put
rap
down the
about that
radio.
later.
But you know, I'm there.
But I felt like, because of the movie, I feel like that we do need to teach our children their rights as American citizens. Because they say that they don't have rights, but they do have rights. And they know that, just like when we spoke today to the class, that the Constitution was written hasn't been changed since the 1800s. So why is it that when certain things happen that it's a contradiction from our constitutional rights to the rights that we have right now? You know what I'm saying? The laws contradict our rights as American people. What do you think?
No, I think it's definitely true that we do need to teach them their rights. They don't know their rights. They're not really paying attention to that. But watching American Son is really important that they understand how to use their rights as well. I mean, don't just watch the movie or don't just teach them, but knowing how and when to assert their rights.
Right.
You know, because like the mother said in there, I taught my son how to assert his rights, and the cop directly said, when I pull you over,
this is what you do.
You don't say nothing.
Right.
You do exactly what I say. You don't got no rights. So
Right.
they need to know when and where they're supposed to.
And having a 19-year-old son and a 21-year-old son myself, I have to, I'm concerned. I'm not fearful about nothing, but I am concerned that when they go outside and they go and they do things, that they have to watch themselves. Now, you can get body cams for yourself. You can put a body cam on you, so when the police pull you over.
Well, I have one that actually, because I was doing Uber at one time, so I have one in my car in the front. So there is a camera there.
And if you do body cam, that'll be a little smarter than constantly pulling your phone out on the police, because when you pull your phone out on the police, they actually ain't gonna do what they usually would do. You know
exactly.
What I'm saying? But if you got a body cam and they can't really tell you got a cam,
right?
Then they gonna act their normal self.
Yeah. So we need to make sure that we understand that as Black American men and women, that some things are different, and I don't like to be racial, but I like to tell the truth. I like to keep it real. But the laws are made against us and not for us. Right.
I feel, but I feel like Kanye West right now, because I feel like sometimes it's still our fault. You know what I'm saying? Because like she was saying, I'm gonna put it like this: if I get pulled over and I know that the police is in the wrong, I'm not gonna egg on.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to keep it smooth as I can to get out whatever situation. Now, that's just me right now, because I'm on probation and all that other shit. But, you know what I'm saying? When I ain't on probation, I'm telling the nigga leave me the fuck alone.
But no, it's all good. So
my fault.
So we just wanted to make sure that we talked about that and recap our last week's show.
And I think that it's perfect from our last week's show to now having Uncle Beaks and Crunchy Black in the building, because I mean, no disrespect, but they know exactly what it feels like to run into the cops and have to deal with the nonsense and the accusations and the other things. And we're going to be able to talk about that later on in the show, because we want to hear how you guys feel about it. But right now, how did you feel about watching? Since you did see American Son, how did you feel?
Well, I feel like you should, like you felt, and like people as a color should feel. You know what I'm saying? It just was I'm gonna let you.
He visualizing the movie.
Yeah, no, right. I'm trying to remember, because see, I watch so many movies when I don't have anything to do, just so I can come up with new songs. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if I'm watching a movie, I'm really peeping out how they put it together, the storyline, you know what I'm saying, and all that. So yes, I watch a lot of movies. So that movie particularly, I was like, they racist like a mom. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So
they played all kind of racist roles in that.
Yeah.
And then the thing is, the reason why they pulled the boy over just because it said shoot cops, but it also said with your camera phone. It didn't say with a gun or anything like that.
So Louise, how do you feel about how the captain came in? Did you see the movie?
Yeah, I don't think he saw it.
I'm gonna just tell y'all this, man.
They do that in Chicago. No.
If you ain't ready to if you ain't ready to stand up and die, you need to just sit down and shut up. Because it's like forever. The police do whatever they want to. It's your job to be able to get up out of it. You know what I'm saying? I be the Fed case. So it's like I was in there with people who like, man, they trying to give me life. They trying I'm taking 10 years. I'm like, I ain't taking nothing because I ain't doing
Right.
and it's like if you ain't willing to die for what you believe in, it's just a waste of time because they're gonna do whatever they want to you.
Right.
They could do whatever they want. The police can arrest you for whatever they want to.
The gangbangers with guns.
The gangbangers with guns.
They gangbangers with guns.
Yeah.
right.
They can arrest you for whatever they want to, and it's like like I'm really down with Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. and the Congress Committee and like my cousin. She got an organization called Mass. We really stand on the corner and try and stop the violence. So it's like people want to talk it, but they ain't ready to die for it. So it's just gonna keep happening. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna keep happening. You just gotta stand up, and people ain't gonna do that, man. It's like it's a lost cause to me.
Yeah, they stand up for the wrong reason.
For the wrong reason, they gonna stand.
I got on 5 chains, and so they standing up for that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna stand up for the right reason.
They gonna get in line about them Jordans and all this other foolish stuff, but they ain't gonna go stand outside the police station. It's just like, but it take all type of people to make up the world. I ain't judging nobody. It's like I know my image is one thing, but like when I was like I had to be like 6 years old. My mom, we were at the grocery store. She leave me at the front. She like, I'm finna go pull the car up. You watch the groceries. So I'm looking. I see a guy fighting with her at the car. Nobody doing nothing. Right. I'm around people. They like, oh, that's a shame. So once my mama fight him off because my mama was a fighter.
Right.
She comes to get me. Oh, he tried to rob me, tried to take my purse, whatever. And we leave. I even think we left the groceries. But I'm just saying to myself, as I got older, it can be times that I'm around with my homies. I see a man and a woman fighting. I'm like, pull over. He's like, we ain't got nothing to do with that.
Right.
That's probably his girl. I'm like, that don't have to be his girl because this is going on. You know what I'm saying? She could be getting murdered by something. It might be something real. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but people ain't gonna stand up, man. So it's like, and when you get this group of people who are gonna stand up, now they getting framed and thrown in prison. You know what I'm saying? Like it's homies with me that really didn't been framed, got 10, 20, and they didn't do nothing. Like they tried to do it to me. You know what I'm saying?
So, Crunchy Black, you from Memphis, right?
Yeah, I'm from Memphis.
So I got family in Memphis, so I know how to get down. So you growing up in Memphis, how is it different? Like how long you been in Chicago?
I've been in Chicago probably almost 5 years now.
5 years. So how is it different? You growing up in Memphis than now that you're in Chicago that you see?
Really, it ain't no difference. Yeah, it ain't no difference.
Really no difference?
No, it really ain't no difference because it's still the races. It's still violence. It's to the point of the same thing. We gang banging down there. Everything. We pimping and horn down there. Oh, my fault.
I know, you good.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's still the same stuff down there, I ain't gonna be able to tell you no lie. It's still the same.
Still the same.
You know one thing about Chicago though? Martin Luther King said these was the most racist people he ever went up against.
Yeah, but if you go to Memphis, it's still the same. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm talking about when
it's just political.
No, it was racist when a good kid bust him upside the head with a brick. He's like, this is Martin Luther King saying this. This is where I'm born. He like it was Marquette Park. That was the worst people he had to face than anything. So it's just like now, when you said political, everything political. So of course, so it's like. Trust me, you get on this radio show talking about the wrong stuff, they're going to figure out a way to shut you down because everything is political, like you said. So it's just like up here, Chicago, they more on the politics than they is. Like 3 governors that have been indicted to the feds.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's
you
true.
know what I'm saying? It's like everybody's so corrupt here. And it's like, people just act like it ain't happening.
In Memphis too, they're just a little slicker. You know what I'm saying? Right. They're just a little slicker. It ain't nothing for me to talk about because I don't really pay too much attention to all that. But yeah, they effed up in Memphis too.
Al Capone trained them well here, so that's really what I'm getting at. It's like the frame game that I seen going on. I'm talking about all my life. Like my uncle got killed by a police officer.
Man.
Nothing happened to him. You know what I'm saying? It's just like. But like he say, it's everywhere. It's just I lived it, so it's like I'm gonna be adamant to how they treat you here. You know what I'm saying? I had to fight for my life
Right.
because
Yeah.
of
You ain't gotta tell
racism.
me.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey,
So if you guys are very interested in this conversation, if you want to join in on this conversation, if you want to ask any of your own questions, why don't you go ahead and call in 708-223-8953. You are tuned in to intellectualradio.com. Thank you guys. And thank you, Country Beck and Uncle Beast. We're going
And when we come back, we're going to introduce really the topic of the day is getting over and through the hard times, jail, drugs, accusations. This is something I can relate to right here.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
Then
really, that's the topic of the night.
right. So when we come back, this is Janet Crow, Intellectual Radio. Be back.
I get money, baby.
hey, y'all got
That's
a good
me.
selection.
I get money, baby. That's me. I get money, baby. That's me. I get money. Man, I chase money, not those. I don't pick a chick, I get chose. Man, I chase money, not those. I don't pick a chick, I get chose. I'm just here for the money. I'm just here to get money. I'm just here for the money. I'm just here to get money. I'm just here for the money. I'm just here to get money. I'm just here for the money. I'm just here to get money, baby. I like to get bank wires in the cash apps. Playing with my ass cap will make me bust caps. Man, I'ma keep it real. I love a dollar bill, and I can really give a damn how I hate to feel. I rock a Rolex. I can't have nothing less. I keep some diamonds in my charm hanging from my chest. I make your girl invest, cause I'm a superstar. The baby blue Maserati is a fast car. I rep the BOK, I'm down with Conway. And if you ever run up on me, it's some gunplay. Got gas like BP, a piece of OG. The big homies, yeah, they know me. Man, I chase money, not souls. I don't pick a chick, I get chose. Man, I chase money, not souls. I don't pick a chick, I get chose. I'm just here for the money. I'm just here to get money, baby. I'm just here for the money. I'm just here to get money, baby. I'm just here for the money. I'm just here to get money, baby. I'm just here for the money. I'm just here to get money, baby.
I've been doing this shit since I was a kid. And I've been getting money, but it ain't been legit. Breaker, 1 9. One time. I remember math, laugh in the kitchen, junkies itching. Did I mention I'm addicted to the vision where cooking dripping there? 14, Uncle Rick was there. Sat me dancing, boy, look ahead, go be a millionaire. Choose twin, give me money, that's a brilliant pair. I invented being fly, Bright Brothers, and send my back in the store to get some more
Man, I
brothers.
chase money, not those. I don't pick a chick, I get chose. Man, I chase money, not those.
All right. We are back on Intellectual Radio. This is Janet Crow. We are here with that girl Olivia. Hey, we got some special guests.
Yes, we do. We got Crunchy Black in the building from 36 Mafia. Listen, oh my God, this guy, I think he's.
Oh, your first line?
No,
Okay,
see,
say it like
just believe this. I've been saying that way before you started saying that woman. No, I stole it.
And then we got Uncle Beats in the building. What's up, man?
Hey, Uncle B.
Oh,
And the streets like white lines on the corner like a stop sign. If you can't find me, check your girlfriend inbox because I'm in there.
Man, he got a setup when he say hey, right, y'all?
So we about to get deep, y'all.
So if you want to tune into this topic, if you want to call in, again, the number is 708-223-8953. I know you guys are going to be interested. Go for it, Jay.
All right. So our topic today, getting over and through the hard times, jail, drugs, and accusations. See? So,
Rough.
you know, I did a little bit of digging
On both of us.
on both of you.
Well, I know you didn't know me.
On both of you. So I'm gonna start with you, Uncle Beats. I saw the show.
Mm-hmm.
What show? We do shows every week.
Steve Wilkos.
That show.
Oh yeah.
About the girl, you took her to Vegas and you paid for her to go to Vegas, blah, blah. You know the story. I ain't even gonna go through all that.
Right.
Girl come up missing.
Right.
They come to you, say, hey, this girl been missing from across this house across the street.
Right.
Come to you. You ain't got nothing to do with that.
Nothing to do with it. That's why I went on the show.
So her mama say you lying.
Right. God bless her.
Right.
But you know what? You know what really got me with that?
What's that?
Most people that go on shows like that, they really
Be lying.
no, no, they really, you like if you watch Jerry Springer or Maury or whatever,
Right.
they go on the show and they like, oh, this and that,
Right.
You was just like, I'm gonna tell you like I told you from day one. The reason why I came on the show is because I'm trying to help you.
Only reason.
And he stayed calm.
And you was calm. This lady was hollering at you and calling you a liar.
Oh, she called me everything but a child of God, but they edited it out.
She and Steve was like, okay, and I know Steve was like, hey, this man say he don't know, just leave him alone.
Right.
But for the sake of his show, he had to go and do what he got to do. But you was just like, I had mad respect because you was like, man, I'm here because I'm trying to help you. I don't know what happened to your daughter, and and then you was like, yeah, I know some grimy people, but
I hang with. It's one sitting next to me.
I'm trying to tell you, good cop, bad cop.
So I mean, what did come out of that? Like, you just say, hey,
Well,
okay.
Unfortunately, she's still missing. Like some of the people that's helping like the campaign to find her, they reached out to me and we talked, and I definitely gave them like anything that like I heard on the street or whatever about it. But like I still haven't had a conversation with the mother. So it's like she's still missing. Alexis Camry Scott. And it's like man, I'm gonna just keep it real. It's just like I just live in a real world though. So it's like I got adult offspring too. You know what I'm saying? It's just like my son lived in the suburbs of a nice neighborhood his whole life, and he found everything to get into. I'm talking about everything. You know what I'm saying? And I got a daughter that's about to be 20 in January. She used to get into other stuff, so it's just like I've never been the one to like blame other people for what they do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They like something they might like, yeah, because people probably have him doing like, nah, he probably the one, the leader, just causing it. It's just like it just is what it is. But it's like I didn't respond to that stuff when they was talking about me. Like they putting it on Facebook, like, oh, he got something. I don't care. Like I got too much other stuff to be worried about than going back and forth with somebody on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really didn't respond to it. So I think me not responding to it and made people like, well, he must have did it. Because I'll tell people in a minute, the rumors you heard about me, I don't care. And like literally I might have put stuff like that on Facebook, but I was already doing that before this happened.
Right.
So then I was out in LA one day, so I'm at my cousin's crib. I'm on the rooftop. I'm just chilling. I'm like, man, I'm finna say something about this. So I go live on Facebook, and I just go in with the facts. You know what I'm saying? So now everybody getting on and speaking. This is probably the biggest live I ever had. I've been at all type of events.
Right.
And that's how much people love dumb drama. So I'm going off, and I'm just stating the facts. So I was like, this is the last time I'm finna speak on this.
Right.
So her one of her cousins inboxed me and he was like, man, I ain't saying you did it. I ain't saying you didn't do it. It just hurt to hear somebody talking about my family like that. Because I was a little explicit with it, like I was on the Steve show. So man, I woke up that morning and I'm like, man, what am I doing, man? I'm like, this still somebody's mama. That's somebody's daughter.
Right.
I just took it down. Right. You know what I'm saying? And everybody like, oh, I heard about it once. Like, I just took it down. And then later, when they hit me up to come on the Steve show, I said, well, I'll do it to help them. Like, as long as y'all ain't got no dude thinking he finna dress me and tell me how to dress and all that, like, I'll come do it. You know what I'm saying? So, and I went and did it to try and help bring awareness to the whole situation. Yeah. Like, that's not the reason I did it. Like, other than that, but it was all real. It wasn't fake. I took the lie detector test, even though her mom went on there and said, I'm an expert at passing lie detector tests, so I could do it.
Good luck with that.
Hey, my mama passed away in 2016. I don't have to answer to nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a real life boss. My business partner sitting next to me. That's the only person I'm probably finna explain something to. And of course, the Godfather, Deli Dale. Right. Other than that, it's just like I got a lot for. I ain't got like this is the first time my lawyer like, man, you tripping. I'm like, no, I'm finna go down there and tell the police whatever they want to know, because this ain't the fair case.
Right.
I ain't tied in this no type of way. You know what I'm saying? So I just went out, and that's all I could do. So it's like I don't know what she expects. It's like I can't admit to something that I didn't do.
Right.
It's like,
and you don't know.
You know, like I said, like you said, I said, no, she got every right to think this, because I hang with some dangerous dudes at times. I got no problem saying that. I'm not an angel. Like, I'm really from the street. And yeah, so for you to think that, cool, but no, not that. Like, no, we ain't not knowing no women and no kids ever. Ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that right there, that statement that you just made, not knowing women and no kids, but that's how it was back in the day. Right now, they don't care.
They don't care.
Women, kids, they don't care about none of that.
Right. But I'm an old man, so I don't know why she would think I'm operating off the like the dudes was my little homies. They need to hear that though, but they need to hear you say that, because there's a lot of them that probably watch the show. There's a lot of them that think that that's what it's about. And that's not really what it's about. They think that they just going out there and they killing people, or that makes them hard. But to see you guys sitting up here, to know that, okay, you probably been through a lot. You know, you've been there, done that, and you still kept the respect for, like you just said, no women, no children. Like, there was still a kind of like a guideline. And sometimes it's hard for them to hear that in the streets. But with you being on a platform maybe like this and other places, they can't help but sit back and listen to that. So it's nice to hear you say it.
Yeah. But you know, I come from a side of the city, and Uncle Beats and Crunchy, I know y'all know, back when I was coming up, you couldn't do certain things when the kids was outside in the front. Mm-hmm. You have to go in the alley. You have to go in the back. No, when there's kids present, we not doing this. Right. Old people, you respected them. The old people on the block, hey, Miss Such and Such, she said, hey, y'all go in the back, no problem, man. Right. But these kids, now they cussing out the old people on the block and throwing rocks at them and shit.
The kids got every right though, because it's like my brother. Y'all just don't know. I just grew up with some people. They just like got their logic on everything. Like, so one time, one of my homies, he cursing out his granddaddy about peeing in a cup for him to take so he can give it to his probation officer to pass the test, right? So I'm like, man, fool, why is you cursing your granddaddy out like this? So my brother just happened to call. So I'm like, man, I think I'm gonna slap this clown talking to his granddaddy like this. He's like, yeah, mind your business. That's his granddaddy's fault. That didn't just start right now. His granddaddy is the one breaking the rules. He said, if he talking to his granddaddy like this as a child, he been doing this. And I'm like, man, and to me, that's the problem in the neighborhood. It ain't the kids' fault. It's our fault. Because we just sitting like, let them do whatever. I see some kids or young dudes doing something wrong. I get right on them like, hey, man, you really was tripping. Like, man, you acting like a sucker. I just let them know. But people people don't make it their business now. You know, I used to hate, I hated my daddy worked third shift because he was always at home. Always at home. And I had to be, so I could be the baddest dude on the block, which I was one of the baddest ones. And I'm finna go tell your dad, like, so you really gonna go ring the doorbell? Like, I'll stop. I'll stop. But it's like, I remember one time the police got on me on 56th and Winchester, right?
Oh, wow.
It changed my whole way that I move and groove, because I was 150% in the wrong, right? So the police, I just see them at the stop sign. I don't know why I just took off. So the high speed chase goes. I don't know why. I didn't have no drugs on me. I had no gun. I didn't have nothing. It's just the hood mentality. I just see the police. I just know it ain't finna be good the way they was looking at me. So I swing back around. So I come back to the house. I'm trying to run in the house. And actually, we was in the midst of my parents. They moved to Country Club Hills, but we still at the crib. So I'm still staying there, going there, messing around. So I run up the steps. They catch me. The whole block. Like, that boy don't do nothing. What is y'all doing? And I'm like, these fools must don't know I do everything. But I used to be around my grandmama's house more. And I'm like, wow, they really standing up for me. I get to the police station. The whole block is there. So they just had to let me go. And I'm like, man, I really got to change how I'm out here moving, because people are looking at me a certain way. And it's like, I didn't want to let them down, but I don't think nobody is doing that for these young dudes. No. These dudes right now, they go to jail for hitting their girl or something. They hate to see me, because I don't say nothing to them about it. They just, I know, Uncle. It's just like, you got to have somebody that you respect, and nobody is doing nothing respectable. If I'm smoking weed with you, what you going to respect me for?
Right.
If I'm drinking beer with you, what you gonna respect me for?
That's why they say to take a village to raise a child. But if the village is all cracked up and messed up,
Yeah.
who raising you? So it's messed up. But Crunchy, I'm gonna get to you.
Your turn.
Your turn. Now we done heard from Uncle Beats.
Yeah.
And like I said, I done did some digging.
I don't even care.
So
dig on.
You were 3-6 Mafia. You know, I used to beat it in the car.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm riding, doing my dirt, whatever, back in the day.
Right.
1995, I think, was the first CD.
Well, yeah, 95, it was 94. We actually were doing it way before then, but 95 was the first time we signed with a major label.
Okay.
Which was Relativity.
So you go in, is you and DJ Paul and Gangsta Boo, because LeChat didn't come until later.
Well, LeChat, yeah, she was actually already there because me, Paul, Juicy, Lord Infamous, Lord Infamous, Coop, and Gangsta Boo was already a group.
Right.
And Project Pat, LeChat, Nigga 9, and all them was a group with Juicy J. You know what I'm saying?
So you get with them, y'all do your thing, then you go your way, right?
Yeah, I go my way.
You go your way
after the Oscars.
After the Oscars.
Okay, yeah, after the Oscars. Yeah.
So now not only are you got hit records, you got an Oscar.
Right.
For Hard Out Here for a Pimp.
Right. Grammys, Hollywood Star, a lot of.
Right, with Terrence Howard, he did and all them. So then you go and you get shot.
Yeah, I get shot in Vegas because it's a story, but I don't know. The story is
it wasn't like Tupac like that.
No, it wasn't like Tupac. It was just me. Somebody hating on me. So I went there as a friend to a lot of people and was being real cool with a lot of people that Juicy always told us, you're a superstar. You don't have to be all in everybody's face. You know what I'm saying? And me, I didn't care about that. I'm going to be where I'm from. If I'm from the hood, I'm going to be in the hood. If, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be everywhere I can be just to let the people know that it's easy to do what I'm doing if you just focus. You know what I'm saying? But I end up having some people that was mad at me and was hanging around me at the same time. A lot of us would call them frenemies.
So why didn't they just come to you and say, hey, man, I feel like a real man will do that? Or,
Yeah, but how many real men do we have out here?
Not much.
So
we call them, well, never mind.
Yeah, we can't say that on here. Yeah, but anyway, they end up being mad at me because I stayed in Vegas for 7 years.
Okay.
And from the year that I first got there to the year that I left, they didn't process it all. And I did. I moved forward with my life every time they saw me or every day that they hung out with me, and they were still doing the same. They used to say to me all the time, it's kind of hard for me to listen to another grown man. When I used to tell them, as a kid, have a purpose for living, but have a purpose for being here and will tell you something that you can learn and live off of.
Right.
So if you think you can't listen to another grown man, what would you think if you can't listen to a kid? And I'm telling them that's what I do. You get what I'm saying? A child might tell me something and I might be like, oh, he might be right.
Yeah.
Because it might be something that they heard. You
know
what I'm saying?
Right.
And they wouldn't listen. So they weren't getting ahead of the game. You get what I'm saying? And they end up getting mad at me and tried to rob me. You get what I'm saying? They tried to rob me, and it really didn't work, but the shooting part did. You get what I'm saying? Well, they ended up shooting me in the head and shooting me in the leg, and for the grace of God, I'm still here. So it is what it is.
So you go through that,
right?
Now, from what I understand, drugs is involved in a lot of so-called rappers' lives. You know what I'm saying? So they get on there.
Yeah, it is. It always is. I don't know what rapper that, you know what I'm saying? Besides Uncle Beast. God dang. No, but I don't know no other rapper. Don't let him lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Beast, he for real with it.
So you get these rappers that go on here and they rap about, where they from, And so because we got a few people from Chicago, but it's like different for Chicago because we get rappers that try to come up, and then they try to go in the hood and do stuff, they get killed.
Right.
Oh yeah, get well to my good homie
Lil
Reese.
Reese,
Get well,
yeah.
nephew.
So they try to do things and bring positivity, but then so coming up with 3 6 Mafia in Memphis, how was it like the struggle? I know you guys had to do what you had to do.
Well, for me it was a struggle. Paul and Juicy, they had moms and dads. You know what I'm saying? Had a good up and good family and stuff like that. Not saying that everybody in their family was good, because some of their folks was on the same level I'm on or was on. You know what I'm talking about? But for me it was like hard. You know what I'm saying? No mom, no dad, no sister, no brother. Well, I had all these people, but I was out there by myself. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get it how I live. That's one of my slogans. Get it how you live or don't live at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was out there. You know what I'm saying? But at 14 years old, I ended up signing a major deal with Paul and Juicy, millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't too bad for me. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
It wasn't too bad. But before then, it was like hell. You get what I'm saying?
Now, how old were you when you I would think maybe 18, 17, 18 when you signed your first deal?
No, 14.
14.
Is you listening?
14, y'all. 14.
Yeah,
Country
14
Black.
years old. Yeah, I was 14 years old. Probably Paul was 15, and Juicy was probably 16. All of us, we was old, we was younger cats when we first signed our deal.
So where you get the name Crunchy Black?
From the neighborhood, Scudderfield. Scudderfield in the building.
Scudderfield. They just like, hey man, this dude look like he Crunchy Black. So
no, it was just and Scudderfield is the projects.
Okay.
In North Memphis. And it's like 3-4 stories. And people used to pull up in there and holler for people. You know what I'm saying? Hey Black, hey Terry.
Yeah,
Instead of going knocking on their door. You know what I'm saying? And me and another guy was named Black. He sold weed and I was the rapper. You get what I'm saying? So every time they holler Black, it echoed through the whole project. So if we got our doors open or window open, anything, you're gonna hear it. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And both of us got tired of cons coming out when they holler Black. So one day he was like, "Nigga, you blacker than me." And like, "Nigga, you way blacker than me." You know what I'm saying? So I was like, "Yeah, I probably am a little blacker than you, but I'm a little cuter than you." You know what I'm talking about? But we ended up where he said, "Well, we gonna call you Crunchy Black." So in that room we was in his apartment. It was a bunch of guys that ran the projects.
Okay.
So therefore the name stuck. You get what I'm saying? Because everybody was like, "Oh, that's Crunchy Black." You know what I'm saying? That's Crunchy Black. You feel what I'm saying? Instead of just saying Black, because they ran the project. So what they said was really what it was gonna be. You know what I'm talking about?
Now, do you still communicate with Paul and
Paul and Juicy? Yeah, we actually going on tour. Yeah. Well, we actually already back together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and this tour started. It started some months ago. You know what I'm saying? They just setting up all the rest of the shows and things. But you can't break what we already put together.
Right.
No, it ain't really Paul and Juicy all by themselves. It was me, Lloyd, Coop, Boo, Paul, Juicy. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is not that's who was in the group. All of us played a part of what went on with this group. You get what I'm saying? The breakups, the attitudes. You know what I'm saying? Just like B2K and all the other groups. You get what I'm saying?
Now, speaking of B2K, I gotta ask you this because I got y'all here. What if your girl did the same thing April did, Amarion's baby mama did to?
Well, for me, I wouldn't really give them if I was like a Mario now, but
he ain't saying nothing.
Yeah, I wouldn't give her nothing about it. But if you're Country Black, you know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna be. I'm trying to do what I do.
Sorry, what happened?
Now his girl, his baby mama, ended up with Fizz.
Oh, that's
But
they're in a group together.
but look at it like this. Look at it like this. I think Marion is right for not saying nothing until he started being stupid and started saying something. Because that same girl would fly to Chicago, saying she's from Chicago, and she would fly to Chicago and met with Ryan Henry on Black Ink of Chicago, and she would talk the way she talked. She say that everybody like her such and such, and throw it at them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if a girl doing that right in your face, you wasn't being a man in the first place to get the respect that you supposed to be getting. Simple
That's
and
true.
plain.
Hey, and I always say, well, I got a song named that. Don't leave me with your chick.
Yeah, don't leave me with Don't leave it
If
with
you
your
wanna,
girl.
take it with you.
Okay.
Okay, so if you guys are enjoying the conversation, make sure you call in at 708-223-8953. We got Crunchy Black in the building, and now you know the reason behind the name. And we also got Uncle Beats in the building. So call in and be a part of the conversation. I'm pretty sure you guys are enjoying it because
And-
the lines are lighting up.
Well, lines are lighting up, and what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a break, and we're gonna come back, and we're gonna ask Uncle Beats how he got his name, Uncle Beats. I'm sure we know, but we want to know from him how he got that name. This
And while you
is
ain't
Jay and the Crew on
doing that, I'm
IntellectualRadio.com.
gonna take me another drink. I know y'all should have had me on it. Y'all should have just had Uncle Beats.
No, this is good. This is great. Glad you came this time.
Randy G.
Randy G.
Randy G.
What's up, y'all? Feed
We're going down, y'all.
IntellectualRadio.com. Feed your brain.
Feed me now.
T.L. Williams made it. Yeah. I turn up the party, yaddy. I turn up the party, yaddy. I turn up the party, yaddy. I'm feeling like Gucci Gotti. I turn up the party, yaddy. I turn up the party, yaddy. I turn up the party, yaddy. I'm feeling like Gucci Gotti. Lose all gas, no brakes, and I can't lose. Whole time being great, and I can't lose all gas, no brakes. And I can't lose, whole time being great. All gas, no break. I'm moving without debate, yeah. Trying to reach the top, the peak is what I take, yeah. I just seen the slide, I'm living up every day, yeah. Put me on the slide, I'm ready to make a way, yeah. I can't flipping and tumbling, sitting here wondering, figuring out the plan. I think it through, execute, leave all the haters mute so they can understand. I won't take a break, won't take a seat. Those are the girls that can compete. Lost so much is the winning streak. Only good vibes when you talk to me, bye. Turn up the party, yaddy. I turn up the party, yaddy. I turn up the party, yaddy. I'm feeling like Gucci Gotti. I turn up the party, yaddy. I turn up the party, yaddy. I turn up the party, yaddy. I'm feeling like Gucci. Lose all gas, no brakes, and I can't lose. Whole time being great, and I can't lose gas, no brakes, and I can't lose. Whole time being great, all gas, no brakes. Now I'm making my money move. I ain't acting different, don't get it confused. I'm doing me, that's what I do. Meeting my goals, that gets me through. Grinding all day, no sleeping at night. Victory stands with sacrifice. Whoever thought that it would be me? I didn't choose. I was a dream, but dreams turn into reality. Not the scripted one's actuality. Vision boy cover 7 seas. I'm high water, no gravity. Can stand in my way. I really am just a display. No more L, just W's. If I put up the shot, that's game. Yeah. I turn up the party, yaddy. I turn up the party, yaddy. I turn up the party, yaddy. I'm feeling like Gucci Gotti. I turn up the party, yaddy. I turn up the party, yaddy. I turn up the party, yaddy. I'm feeling like Gucci Gotti. Lose all gas, no brakes, and I can't lose. Whole time being great, and I can't lose. All gas, no brakes, and I can't lose. Whole time being great. All gas, no brakes. I turn up the party, yaddy. I turn up the party, yaddy. I turn up the party, yaddy. I'm feeling like Gucci Gotti. I turn up the party, yaddy. I turn up the party, yaddy. I turn up the party, yaddy. I'm feeling like Gucci Gotti. Lose gas, no brakes, and I can't lose. Whole time being great, and I can't lose. All gas, no brakes, and I can't lose. Whole time being great. All gas, no brakes.
All right. We are back here on IntellectualRadio.com. This is Jay here on Jay and the Crew. Got my girl, that girl Olivia.
Hey now.
And we are here with Crunchy Black and Uncle. So now we're going to ask Uncle Beats. How you get your name, Uncle Beats?
Well, you said obviously, but obviously not.
I don't think you know.
So people think that it came from making music, and it didn't. Now, when I was a kid, I always wanted to fight. I always wanted to fight. I always said I'm gonna beat somebody up. And most of the time, I probably got beat up, but I still thought I won, my man. But so my nickname became Beats. My family called me that. The neighborhood called me Beats. I hated that name. I wanted to be called, even though my name was Leland, I hated that name back then too. I wanted to be called Davy, which was my middle name, my nickname. Nobody would call me. As soon as people would find out my name was Beats, they'll start calling me that. So as I got older, I'm coming up with different rap names. My sister, she's just something else, and she a school teacher, right? I remember this like it's like you can't do nothing phony. Everything you do gotta be real. Everything. And I'm like 16 or 17 when she's telling me this, like, just use your name. Use your name. And like, so that's when it was going with it was calling me Bogus Beats. So boom, that's what I was running with. And then the Uncle Beats thing starts. Now I never wanted that. They start calling me. I'm like, maybe it's like, oh man. But everything, all right, Uncle. Then it just set, and I'm just like, Uncle Beats it is, and here we are today.
Uncle Beats. So you make the beats. Like now you making the beats.
No.
Well, I actually retired from that, cause see, like I know how to make beats, I know how to engineer, I know how to do a lot of stuff, but I'm just gonna say this. I read this book called The Nation of Lords. It was about the dude named Big Pap that started the Vice School, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm smart," but I thought to myself, if I get a bunch of smart guys together, now it's stuff that I don't have to handle. Like to this day, I'm gonna have to give me a assistant, but I don't want to catch sexual assault or nothing. I want no dude. I mean no harassment. And I want no dude hanging around me. Like my phone ring 100 times a day. I be want to throw my phone out the window. But it's like, it's just, I know I can't wear all hats because I know what it takes. Like right now, our main producer that we work with is our boy Psycho Capone. He also an artist and he crunchy DJ. And it's just a lot of work, man, because he had to live in that studio. He really, to really do it. And I never could be what he is.
Right.
Like he one of the most talented people out, but it's like that's how it goes. So it's like I wear a lot of hats, man.
So what would you do? What would you say to upcoming artists? Because we have a lot of talent here, a lot of talent, but I don't know what it is about Chicago where we can't get out. Some of those artists just can't get out.
I know exactly what it is. What you just said. They don't get out. It's like with me, ever since I was a kid, and this is with anything. This ain't just with the music. You go through one door, it opens up another door.
Right.
Like, I worked my way all the way to sit next to Crunchy Black. You know what I'm saying? From 55th Street.
Right.
So it's like people got to believe in themselves. Like I would take my last dime and invest it in myself.
Right.
Everybody ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? And like it was hard for me. Like I lost a lot of good women and stuff because they wanted me to give them my time. And no, I'm finna give this my time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like my kids, they understand it perfect because they had to grow up in the music business.
Right.
Or they wasn't gonna have no daddy around. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because I see the bigger picture. It's like, I always think like 10 steps ahead. Like he said, I don't smoke, drink, none of that. Never have, never will. Because I'm always trying to think of a plan to get to this money. And then like, they just got to stay focused, man. And they just got to invest in themselves because you never know who's watching you.
Right.
It's like I done had people come from out the woodworks that I never even thought. I'm like, man, what do you need me to help you do? And it's like, you just got to keep investing. Just like how Olivia didn't know that I was plugged with Crunchy.
Right.
I didn't tell her nothing about Crunchy. And it's like, yeah, come do my show or something. Okay, and I'm going to bring Crunchy Black with me. I was like, yeah, that's my man. Like, that's my partner, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but I was there at somebody else's interview.
Right.
It's like, you just got to keep working. Like, that's what I do.
And you said something, and we're going to get to Crunchy Black in a minute, but you said something that was integral because me and Olivia talk about this a lot. When you have a significant other, right, and you in a business and that lifestyle, if they don't understand your lifestyle and the way you have to move, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, it's not gonna work at all.
I'm the wrong person for a relationship. I've been dumped 2,000 times. So
you been dumped
2,000 times.
Oh, all right. Well, let's go to.
I'm probably gonna get dumped tonight.
So, Crunchy Black, what do you think? If your mate say like you're an entertainer, so if your mate don't understand what you have to do and that you have to make moves, then it's not gonna work.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work at all. And hey, sometimes I had to bring the girl with me. You know what I'm saying? So it just ain't gonna work. If she don't understand that it's other females out there adore you just as much as she do, or faking like they do, you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Then she gonna have a problem, and she gonna always have a problem. So sometimes when she have a problem, I do what I'm doing right now. She's at home.
So I want to ask you guys before we get up out of here. I really want to know where you are now. We talked about your past, but where are you at right now? And if you could talk to the youth, like I asked you before, I know that I was able to interview you previously, but now I have you on Intellectual Radio, and I want to know again because it's always a different audience. But what would you tell the youth? What would you tell the ones that are growing up? That I know that you have overcome jail and you have overcome accusations, and so what's that thing you're going to tell them so that they can try to overcome it and stop being so much knuckleheads?
Stop being a follower and be a leader.
Mm-hmm.
If you be a leader, you don't have to follow dumb people. You know what I'm saying? And if you're a dumb person, think about self-preservation. You know what I'm saying? Something that is gonna work for you, and not just for you to be in the people's eye and see a lot of stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? My jury's stupid. You really don't need the jury, but me being in the game, I wear it because everybody wear it. I don't wear the diamonds. I'm wearing the ropes. You know what I'm saying? Old school, not what the new school kids is doing. You get what I'm saying? I do my old school and I represent till I die, hypnotize minds, you know what I'm saying? Hypnotize mind till I die. You know what I'm saying? But self-preservation and stay focused, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got a dream. If you have a dream, stick to the dream that you have and not let somebody else tell you something about your dream.
Exactly.
And all I can really say to the kids is listen to your parents and check your Halloween candy because being like me costs a lot of money and it take a lot of time. So
talk to the people and tell them about your events coming up because we don't want them to not know about that. Exactly, the dates, how to find you, all of that.
Yeah. Now tomorrow we got Bone Thugs and Harmony gonna be in town. Project Pat gonna be in town.
With Crucial Conflicts. My brothers.
Brothers. So they're gonna be at Joe's Live in Rosemont. Then the after party is gonna be my birthday party at Harold's Chicken on 14th in Michigan.
Harold's Chicken?
He want to eat.
Yeah.
On 14th of Michigan, they got a nice big setup upstairs. So Project Pat coming through. Crunchy Black gonna be there, of course. Lazy Bone coming out rocking with me. Crucial. Everybody, whole city finna come out, and we gonna have that girl Olivia there saying, "Hey now, hey now, hey now,
hey now."
And my homie Glace Conway gonna be in the building. So it's gonna be a good thing. So everybody come on out. Bring y'all girlfriends. I'm not gonna try and talk to your girlfriends, but all the single ladies, I'm gonna have y'all go get their girlfriends.
Hey, you know what? Since we family now, I'm gonna try to come on out there and show my face. I might get some people that know me.
Well, if you don't be there, if you can't make that one for people like you, I'm having a party on Saturday too.
Yeah.
At the Raven on 130th and Western. So we're gonna have Crunchy performing, Blaze Conway, Bernard Gantz, Chaos Monroe. Then we're gonna have
beautiful women.
Yeah, we're gonna have
paint their body.
Onyx and Dream. They gonna paint their body. It was gonna have to be something like that. If I'm a Scorpio. What y'all expect? I'm doing nothing wrong.
I'm an Aries.
Oh, okay. See, I'm a Scorpio. Something better.
So this is going to be the ultimate turn up this weekend, you guys. So make sure you guys come out. Go find the pages. Tell them your Instagram, your Facebook. Tell them how to get in contact with you guys.
So it's good. Y'all go out. Y'all see Crunchy Black, Uncle Beats, but you know Jay gonna be in the building. If y'all really want to be
eating a whole bunch of chicken wings.
Eating a whole bunch of chicken.
And it's BYOB. So you bring the bottles, I'll supply the models. And you can catch me on anything, mostly Uncle Beats. If you Google Leland Jones, that's my real name. You'll find my stuff too. A lot of legal stuff gonna come up. All innocent, never been convicted of nothing, and I'm a good guy. And
very good.
So how to find you?
Yeah, I'm a bad guy. And you can find me, Crunchy Black, the real Crunchy Black, on Instagram and Twitter. Donnell Black on Facebook. It's a lot of more Facebook, but Donnell Black will get you to everybody, or to all the different pages.
Oh, and at these parties, bring your camera phones, because this is my party. It's gonna be real. You're gonna really be able to meet my celebrity friends that I got there, because I want y'all to meet people like Crunchy. I want y'all to meet people like Pat, people like Lazy. Bring your camera phone. Bring your girlfriend. If I take a picture with her, I'm grabbing her butt, though. I'm telling you.
It is what it is. Get it how you live, or don't live at all.
Okay, so thank you guys so much for tuning in to Intellectual Radio. Jay and the crew. So that's Jay. And I'm that girl, Olivia. And we have
Crunchy Black,
Uncle Beats.
Okay, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys go and share this to all your friends, and I hope to see you at the party.
We out.
Deuces.
My neighborhood, I'm a superstar. Yo, big homies with a young thought and a foreign car. On your block, you a nobody. My neighborhood, I'm a superstar. Trick, 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 I'm a superstar. I'm a superstar. I'm a superstar. Bingo fight for your favorite rappers. Do you really think these dudes are choppers? Heard to the money, use a bat from Inglewood. I'm a pimp clapper you. I ain't a back.